Ladies and gentlemen, to those among you who are easily frightened, we suggest you turn away now. To those of you who think they can take it, we say, welcome to the Madhouse.
Hello and welcome to this week's Haunted Madhouse. There will not be food, there most certainly will be drinks and ghosts, perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited. My name is surprisingly still Joey, and joining me as always is the 1984 All Valley Karate Champion, guitarist for Headstone Horrors, and rumoured toy boy of Anne Widdecombe. One of those things is true, I'll let you decide which one. It's Jimmy Faulkner.
Alright, boy.
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was a nice intro. I liked it.
Yeah.
Have you been Googling my name?
I have, yeah. I think for one of them I may have accidentally typed in Ralph Macchio instead of Jimmy Faulkner, but
That's
they're
easy.
so close.
Yeah, it's easy.
Today's your film.
Yeah.
One of your favourite films, or your favourite film.
It's one of my favourite films, yeah. I enjoy it. I've watched it quite a lot. So hopefully I'm not going to ruin it by talking rubbish about it, but we'll see.
Well, we almost certainly are, but I think that's the point of the show. So
Yeah.
It's becoming the point of the show. Why don't you lay it on everyone? Tell
All
them what
right.
it is.
Okay, so we're going to take you back to a time where men were smartly dressed, cigarette smoking, brandy drinking, pencil tash wearing,
Hell yeah.
chauvinists,
Yeah.
and all the women were hysterical. Of course, it's
All the women were-
1959.
Classically trained in screaming.
It's 1959. It's House on Haunted Hill, the William Castle classic.
An amazing film.
Yeah, it's a good film. It's
Not
great.
that I want to spoil the review bit for later, but
No, it's good.
yeah, it's an amazing film.
So it's the oldest film that we've done so far, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's around that period of horror films I absolutely love. I like modern horror films a lot, but that era where Hammer Horror and everything was around as well.
Yeah, I think this was the start of Vincent Price kicking off all of his horror films when he was big in the 60s, and then it just carried on.
All of Vincent Price's velvety-voiced horror period.
Yeah, beautiful, suave, sophisticated. Look at my tash, it's great. Ugh, slick back hair. Great time.
You've got a bit of a thing for Vincent Price.
Of course. Legend. Absolute legend.
Well, I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, wow.
Are we? You wanting to jump straight into the plot slot, or are you whacking something there right now to surprise me?
I don't think I've got anything to surprise you this time, no. I think we'll get on with it.
Alright, let's go. You want to start? It's your favourite film, so I'm going to chuck stuff at you.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So, eccentric millionaire Frederick Lauren, played by the legend that is Vincent Price. He invites 5 people over to his house because he's having a party for his 4th wife, bit of a player, Annabelle, played by the stunning Carol Omar.
Yeah.
And he's throwing that party in an allegedly haunted house, which he's rented. He's giving them 10 grand to stay the night in there, which is
Tempting.
equal to $83,000.
So really tempting.
Yeah, very tempting.
No, I wouldn't turn that down.
I wouldn't turn it down either. It's clearly
yeah.
bullshit, but yeah.
The guests who arrive at the party are test pilot Lance Schroeder,
Not
played
bad.
by Richard Long.
Yeah,
You're not a fan of him then?
not really. He's a bit
Oh.
poncy.
Yeah. Okay. Newspaper columnist Ruth Bridges, played by Julie Mitchum. Psychiatrist Dr. David Trent. Alan Marshall, who happens to specialise in hysteria.
Yeah.
Nora Manning, played by Carolyn Craig, who turned out to be a good subject in the study of hysteria.
Yeah.
And she works for Loren. And the house's owner, Watson Pritchard. Shall I say that again?
Yeah.
Watson Pritchard, played by the awesome Alicia Cook.
Yeah.
Is that how
Clearly a
you say
drinker in
Alicia?
this. Yeah, that's how you say it. Yeah, clearly a drinker in this. You've got to be. He's a bit crackers.
You know what we have forgotten to do?
Which is...
Set timer.
Oh.
Hang on, just bear with me. How long would you say we've been going?
2 minutes.
Alright, so I'll do a 8-minute timer. Man, we are so scientific on this podcast. It's unbelievable. There you go, 7 minutes.
Yeah, okay, so that's the party. They're all strangers. They all desperately want some money.
And the Lorenz have not the best relationship going.
Bit touch and go.
She's tried to kill him, poison him once,
Yeah.
just to get rich. In fact, he actually says at one point, if I gave $1 million to you, would you leave? And she says, no, I want it all.
Yeah. Remember the fun when you...
No, do it, go for it.
Remember the fun we had when you poisoned me? Was the line, yeah.
Yeah, Pritchard believes the house is actually haunted by the ghosts of people who have been murdered before, including his own brother.
Yeah.
And he gives a tour of the house, including a well-placed vat of acid in the basement.
Of course you'd still have that air. Actually, yeah, because he owns the house, doesn't he, Watson?
He does, yeah. He gets off on the fat tanner when it's haunted.
He should have got rid of that. He should have cemented that up straight away.
Yeah, and
Crackers.
yeah. It is definitely a health hazard. The vat of acid that was used by a previous resident to kill his wife.
Yeah, Lance and Nora.
Yeah.
They stay behind to explore the basement a little bit more. Lance gets locked in an empty room and struck on the head. While, how do you pronounce her name?
Nora.
Nora, sorry. Tired.
She's
Nora...
got a twin sister called Nori. She hangs out with Rod Zombie quite a lot.
She's then confronted by a menacing figure she takes for a ghost. That is a terrifying thing when it pops up in the doorway. And
Yeah,
it
it is.
sinks back in again.
It's well done.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Annabelle privately warns Lance that her husband is scheming something and that she suspects him of murdering his second and third wives. And then when everyone gathers downstairs, the guests are told the rules of the party.
Yeah, and he cracks out those little coffin boxes with a few pistols in.
I've had that at a few parties myself. As favours. Just
What?
a
Yeah.
Glock.
Yeah, a few pistols.
Having encountered further apparitions, Nora decides against staying the night. But the caretakers lock the door 5 minutes early, taking that option out of the guests' hands.
Chancers just want to get home early, don't they? Clocking off early.
And they think no one's going to notice, but the one night it's timed.
Yeah. Hearing a scream, Lance and Dr. Trent find Annabelle's corpse suspended to suggest that she hung herself. But the absence of a perch arouses suspicions of murder.
Yeah, if she can't get herself up there, she didn't do it herself.
Huh, yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
To survive the night, Lance and Dr. Trent propose that everyone stay in their own rooms and shoot anyone else who enters. Thus, the innocents will have no reason to leave their room and the killer must stay put or admit his guilt.
Bit gung-ho, I think. Shooting anyone who walks in.
I know, yeah.
That's what I don't like, Dr. Trent. He's a bit of a cock.
You just like Vincent Price and his
Yeah,
wife.
of course. Yeah. And his wife.
I have the feeling that you have the same physical attraction to both of them.
Let's not knock it.
Nora is chased from her room into the basement by Annabelle's ghost. Aroused by the ghostly sounds, Trent concludes that the killer is about and proposes he and Lorenz split up to search the house.
Lance uncovers a secret room at the end of the second floor hall, but once he enters, the door shuts behind him, trapping him again.
So Trent instead meets with Annabelle, who faked her death using a hanging harness and sedatives. Good twist.
Yeah.
Secret lovers, the two of them, have orchestrated various mishaps in order to manipulate Nora into killing Lauren.
Nora sees Frederick enter the basement with a gun in his hand.
Shoots him.
Shoots him.
And after she fled, Trent slips in to dispose of Lauren's body in a vat of acid. The cellar goes dark. There is a choking sound, a splash, and a sound of dissolving in the acid.
So we think Fred's had it. We think he's done for, isn't it?
Yeah. We don't see what happens. You just hear it going on.
Yeah. So Annabelle walks to the dimly lit basement to confirm her husband's dead, but all the doors mysteriously swing shut, and a skeleton slowly rises from the acid, accusing her in Frederick's voice and pursues her. She backs away from it to the edge of the acid vat. It reaches out its bony hand and pushes her off balance. She falls into the vat.
Lauren, or Frederick, I don't know if it's Lauren or Lauren, but Frederick emerges from the shadows holding the puppeteer control unit that is used to manipulate the skeleton. The dim light concealed the wires, and revealing that he had known their plot the whole damn time.
Whoa!
Dun dun dun! After Nora, Pritchard, and Miss Bridges release Lance from the secret room, Nora tells them that she shot Frederick. When they arrive in the cellar, Frederick explains that he had loaded her gun with blanks, that his wife and Trent plotted to kill him, and that they both met their end in the vat of the acid.
He's going to claim self-defense, even though he's responsible for their deaths. He's not going to be convicted.
Probably not. No, he's also very rich.
Yeah, he's got a lot of money. He can pay off the guards and police and whatever. He's probably got them in their pocket.
Yeah,
his pocket.
Well, he's got away with murdering 3 wives already. We suspect.
It's 2 and 3, I think. We
say
don't know what
allegedly murdered 3 wives. I don't want Vincent Price to come back and sue me.
So Watson Pritchard turns up again, convinced that the house is haunted still, and now with Trent and Annabelle. Pritchard remains convinced the house is haunted, with Trent and Annabelle now added to its ranks of ghosts, and that he will be the next victim.
Yeah, and then doesn't he threaten the viewer as well? And then it'll be you.
Yes.
And that is the whole damn film. My alarm hasn't gone off, which means we've done it in under 10 minutes, and we are the best in the world.
Yeah!
Right. Awesome. What happens now? Oh, yeah. It's time for Frights and Delights.
Frights and Delights.
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry. May I introduce myself? I'm Watson Pritchard. In just a moment I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world. Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it. Since then, I've owned the house. I only spent 1 night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead. Frights and Delights. Do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Nah, not really.
I don't think I do either.
I mean, there's a couple of haunted boozers I read about. We frequented before.
Oh, we're going straight in?
Yeah, straight in.
Straight in. I'm going to sit back.
Have a little sit back, have a drink, have a can, do whatever you want. Yeah. Have a fag, have a brandy.
I'm going to have a brandy and try and
shave,
grow a pencil moustache while you tell this story.
Well, it's only going to be a quick one. Ye Old Salutation Inn.
Ooh, I know that place.
Yeah, we've had a few beers in there. That is apparently haunted by a former landlord who hung himself there. Unsurprisingly, pub game's tough, isn't it? Now pubs are closing down.
Oh yeah. Well, when did it happen?
1800s, I think.
Yeah, well, breweries were all cracking down on it then, weren't they?
Yeah, and Ye Old Trip to Jerusalem, just across the road from that.
Another banging pub.
Yeah, built into the castle. There's I think it's a boat hanging off the ceiling in the cave room that I think it was probably like 4 or 5 people have went to clean it, and then they mysteriously ended up dead. So nobody cleans it anymore.
Shit.
I don't know if it's true. Sounds like a load of old bollocks to me. Haunted boozers.
There is a street in Southwell.
Yeah.
If you walk down it, in less than 200 years, you die. Shit, innit?
Yeah, bollocks to that.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Right, go on. Frights and Delights.
Right, okay. Well, my first delight. Have you heard of a Merjo?
I have, yes.
I think it's called a Merjo.
I think it's, yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
I'm calling it that anyway.
Yeah.
Director Castle came up with a successful gimmick of having a skeleton swing out over moviegoers during the skeleton scene of the film. Some theatres, however, removed this after the word spread about what was happening, and some kids used to go to the cinema to chuck shit at this skeleton. So a few carried on, a few stopped it, apparently some of the gear is still around and still used every so often for special screenings.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen this in the cinema back then with that.
It is
great.
it's a good idea, and if there's ever a special screening knocking around our area, we'll go.
Yeah, he's done that on quite a lot of his films, hasn't he? Another Vincent Price one, The Tingler.
Yep, same year.
Same year, yeah. That was filmed in Precepto.
Where?
That's what he called it, like in Murgo. There was Precepto, where they put...
I thought you meant a place. It was
No,
filmed
not a
in
place.
a place called Precepto.
Because it's a creature that attaches itself to a spinal cord, human spinal cord.
Yep.
And it can only be destroyed by screaming. And they put, under random cinema seats, they put vibrating motors.
Oh, I bet that was awesome.
Yeah, and then he did 13 Ghosts, which was filmed in Illusiono. Each patron of the cinema received a handheld ghost viewer, and during little bits of the film, the person could see the ghost by looking through different... it was like a 3D thing.
You flip the images.
You flip it, and then you could see
like a little slideshow
ghosts
through that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I didn't see that.
He's done a couple. Yeah, he's very good at all.
Very
that
good
sort
at
of stuff.
naming them.
Yeah.
Illusiono.
Yeah, he's very good at that.
All right. Well, yeah. Cool. Nice going, William Castle with the innovation.
Yeah, very good.
I had another delight, obviously, because one would just be silly. William Castle met with Vincent Price after Price had just missed out on a part for a film, and he told him his idea for House on Haunted Hill. Price decided he wanted to be part of it, and that's how he got the part for the film.
And also
That
the part
year,
for the
they-
Tingler as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Yeah.
that they worked off of that. They worked on 2 films together that were released the same year. This film and, as you've mentioned, The Tingler with the vibrating seats, which I want one of those. What have you got?
What have I got?
Yeah.
I think still to this day, it sounds like I'm very old, but I wasn't here originally when it was done. But the scene where the old woman is gliding through the cupboard past Nora, I think that's terrifying. Still
Yeah.
to this day, I think that is a very scary scene.
I'm guessing you watched this film first time quite young.
No, not really. I'd say, I don't know, I'd say about 16.
I only say that because I know it's your favourite film, and you've been into horror from a very young age. But yeah, I thought it was freaky as hell.
Yeah, very, very, very scary. I think that holds up against a lot of the modern stuff today.
I only asked if you saw it when you were young, if it was one of those things that stuck with you. You know, I watched The Dark Crystal. Scares me. Because I watched it young.
What
It
part
scared
of that scares you? The
whole fucking
terrible
thing.
puppets or
Yeah.
the terrible puppet acting?
Everything about that is just... I mean, I love it,
Yeah.
but Jesus Christ. I got a fright.
Go on.
Alan Marshall, who played Dr. David Trent,
Yeah.
died just 2 years after the movie's release.
Crikey.
And he was young, 52 years old. That's why it's a fright if he'd been 90.
Yeah.
And he died on stage of heart failure.
Christ, what was he doing?
I can't remember.
All right, someone Google it and let us know what he was doing.
Yeah, I did read what it was. It wasn't anything huge. Oh no, what was it called? Sextlets? Something about a woman with a lot of husbands
Okay.
or a lot of boyfriends, something
Yeah.
like that. And I checked him out on the old internets,
Yeah.
and he was in a hell of a lot of shit, which I'm not going to name because there was a hell of a lot. And I don't mean shit as in bad stuff, just a hell of a lot of films. He was never the lead role, but the second guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a hell of a lot of films.
Ah.
But yeah, that's a bit of a fright because it's a bit shit. You want me to go with one?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. I was having a moment.
Right. This is actually my... No, I've got 2 more. I got one delight and one delight/fright. Which one do you want?
Delight.
Right. This film was successful.
Yes.
But that's not the delight on its own.
Oh, okay.
This delight was so successful.
Did you just burp then?
I don't think so, did I?
Oh, that sounded like you burped. Oh, it might be me.
Yeah, also might have been me. Excuse us, listeners. If one of us burped. Please email us to let us know which one it was. Anyway, this film rating $1.5 million on a $200,000 budget. So successful it inspired a man called Alfred Hitchcock
Okay.
to make his own horror film called Psycho that was released in 1960.
Nice.
Some of you may have heard of that film.
Yes, fair play.
So that's pretty good. That's pretty good going to
That's
inspire
right.
someone to go off and make Psycho. It's better going to make Psycho, I suppose, in terms of financial success.
Yeah.
Right, you got anything else going?
No, I haven't, because my notes are all over the place.
Well, I'll carry on with my delight
Yeah,
and
go
fright,
on.
and then you can have a look for whatever if you want to.
Yeah.
On your notes. Well, the last source I could find for this was in 2017. Okay, so I don't know how much this is true
Okay.
or how true this is. William Castle's daughter, Terry Castle, is making a remake / prequel to this.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Featuring Frederick Lauren and a previous wife. So back in 2017, she had this to say: I just finished a House on Haunted Hill script myself. I'm just about to go out with it. As it turns out, I have a House on Haunted Hill in my blood. So let the best man, woman, win. I have some of Dad's original notes for a prequel, and I'm running with them. If you remember, Annabelle Lauren, was not
Lauren.
Frederick's first wife. My film will be produced under the William Castle Productions banner.
Oh, that's good.
But that was 2 years ago, and I couldn't find anything else. I tried.
Well, hopefully it's out there and it's in the works.
Let's hope
we'll
it's
find out.
Yeah, ongoing, because that'd be beautiful.
Yeah, it'll be good. I got a little delight. It might be a delight for some, probably not for others. One of my favourite lines in it from our Lord and Saviour Vincent Price, where he goes, "It's close to midnight,"
Yes.
and then that's the first line of the Michael Jackson song Thriller.
Are they connected?
Yes, because that Vincent Price does the speech halfway through the song, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's close to midnight.
Yeah, which I always mix up with something else. But
Oh.
yeah.
There you go. I like that.
No, that is awesome. It's close to midnight, something evil's lurking in
It's
the
close
dark.
to midnight.
Something evil's lurking in the dark.
Anyway, probably can't do Michael Jackson songs anymore, can you?
No. But then again, he wasn't supposed to be doing what he's...
Well, let's move on.
Alright, what's the next bit? Master of the Macabre.
Yep.
Let's move on swiftly from Michael Jackson to the Master of the Macabre.
Master of the Macabre.
Welcome to the Master of the Macabre, the section where we give our fake award, fake medal to the best performance of the film. Which, obviously, this week is House on Haunted Hill. Who have you got, Jimmy?
Well, I'm going to tell you straight up now that every film that we watch that has this man in it, he is going to get a coveted award for Master of the Macabre, and it's, of course,
Our much sought after award.
oh yeah, they're howling at the doors for it, scraping, trying to get in so they could have it in their trophy cabinet. It's obviously got to be the legend. All hail Vincent.
Alicia Cook. Oh yeah, Vincent Price. Yeah, of course it's Vincent Price.
Obviously, it's got to be absolute legend.
Yeah, I said that to Sammy yesterday. There's no way we're doing a Vincent Price film and not having Vincent Price. He's literally the reason it's called Master of the Macabre.
Yes, Master of Macabre. Yeah.
So, but are we gonna at least go honourable mentions?
Yeah, go on.
My first honourable mention is Carolyn Craig.
Okay, yeah.
She played Nora.
Yeah.
For the time period under the restrictions she's under as a woman, acting in a horror film, her portrayal of a person slipping into hysteria and madness.
She was a bit too hysterical for my liking.
When she got there, yes. The journey there was great. She got there slowly, losing the grip on reality. It was gradual to start with, and she must have needed strepsils for a good week or two, or lemon and brandy, whatever they had in 59.
Oh, yeah. She's got that
Because she
down.
screamed so much.
Yeah.
I think she was probably out of action for a good while after filming this. And that's commitment.
Oh, yeah.
Like I say, it was over the top. It was also 1959. And the director has a hand in telling her to be over the top. I think she did a good job.
I think she did a good job, yeah. Cracking.
Do you have any other honourable mentions?
Yeah, Alicia Cook. I think he did a great job as Watson Pritchard. He's got a couple of cracking lines. Vince comes up to him and says, you really believe in your pet ghost, don't you? Before the night's through, so will you. So I
That was awesome.
Thanks.
I was like half hiccuping, choking on line.
I think he's good. He's good throughout the whole film, just creating that sort of sense of this house is actually haunted.
Yeah, he had
it's not a game.
The out of character development, he was the best. 100% committed to his character. Every line he said, he got bang on. It was spot on all through the film. He's the most quotable character. He gave Headstone Horrors a lot of sample material, so we've got to give him some praise for that.
Absolutely, yeah. 4 men have been murdered in his house. 2 women. Is that the line? Have I got the right numbers?
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that, but it's a cracking line.
And then someone says, "Oh, you chose your guest list well. 4 men, 2 women." Yeah, he's just. I can imagine him that he's method acting this, and when they're not shooting, he's still like, "I hear dinner is tuna sandwiches. I'm gonna have one, and you're gonna have one too."
This is what she used on my brother. Cut him to pieces.
He's Irish now. No, he's a pirate.
Yeah,
now.
sorry, that was piratey. Sorry, yeah, I got carried. Don't know what happened there.
It was nice. I liked it.
Anyway, let's
Are you
get
not
back.
gonna do the full quote of
Uh,
the Headstone Horrors first album. What's it called?
it's called Tales from the Murder House, and
Where's
it's
it
available at all good online retailers and Rough Trade Records in Nottingham.
Nice plug.
So let's get to Vincent Price. This man has got a list of horror films that is just ridiculously long. I'm just going to name a few.
Yeah, go.
So
for it.
obviously we got this. We got The Tingler. We got Pit and Pendulum, The Raven, The Fly, Return of the Fly, Witchfinder General, The Abominable Dr. Phibes, Dr. Phibes Rises Again, Edward Scissorhands, one of his last ones. I mean, the Shock, The Bat, mental. And obviously he was in...
I'm going to have to go and change my pants after hearing the list.
Yeah, and he was in the Batman TV series as well. Like, I haven't even got the list in front of me, but it was ridiculous. Oh, and he was obviously in the Madhouse as well.
Yeah,
Madhouse.
that was actually a film. The name was used for a fantastic podcast, wasn't it?
It was, yes, and also the title track
It's
of
called
this podcast. Welcome, to the Madhouse, inspired by that film. So he's got his fingers in a lot of pies.
Yeah.
He's
A
helped
lot
us
of
out a
people
lot.
owe Vincent Price a lot.
I
Full
got
careers
Yeah.
are owed to Vincent Price,
yeah.
paving the way through horror.
I got bought his gourmet cookbook as well that he did with his wife.
Didn't know he had one,
But yeah, it's thick. I've not cooked anything from it yet.
but it's on the shelf.
It's there. It's a good read. I've not cooked anything from it yet. It's a bit dated.
Do you read it in your head in his voice?
Yeah, of course you do.
Awesome.
Like, you have to. Like, I don't think anyone can do his voice.
No.
No.
I mean, I'm usually up for doing an impression, but none from this film.
I did shave a pencil tash in once, though. And it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah, I can see that suiting you, especially with your flat cap.
Yeah, it did. It looked great. No, I
do it again.
had my hair all up and kind of slicked back like Vincent's, but I wasn't in a suit.
Nice.
Anyway, legend. Vincent, this imaginary medal is going to your estate.
Yep.
Rest in peace, boy.
Yep. Well done, Vincent Price. Next up, we are running into... What's next, Jimmy?
It's the Madhouse rating
System. And we're off there now.
The Madhouse rating system.
Let's go. It's the Madhouse rating system. First up, we got tension and suspense.
Yep, tension, suspense. The first thing I noticed was the soundtrack, which starts off right at the beginning with a black screen screaming and better music coming on, and then obviously
That would have been terrifying in a theatre.
Yeah, in
Blacked
a
out
cinema,
theatre.
1959.
Losing their shit.
That just starts playing before the film even starts.
What?
I would have loved to have been there.
Yeah.
The score, which I won't go into too much because actual musical score sound effects is an actual section on here, but for me, throughout the film, musical score is something that really added to the tension, suspense, and helped build it.
Yeah, I think, like, we're going at it. That's
Are we?
That's a different
I
film.
thought we usually wait till we're finished.
Yeah, no, Christ, that's a different film. Somebody drink her here. Christ. So, straight from the bat, you go, right, Frederick's organised this party, but somehow he's gonna top his wife at this party.
Yeah.
And then there's a little switch when it's his wife
Yes.
and Dr. Trent are gonna kill Frederick.
Yeah, when it turns out Annabelle's alive.
Yeah. That's building up a bit, but then there's that whole M. Night Shyamalan twist again. When it's actually Frederick, then he turns it round and he kills the wife and the lover.
Yeah, I knew what they were doing. 2 twists in this film.
Great.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, should be jealous. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
But yeah, the Annabelle turned out to be alive and they're plotting. It happens quite close to the end as well. 2 quick twists quite close
quick.
together.
Yeah.
Up until that point, you're thinking, is this house haunted?
Yeah, exactly. Then no, it's actually not. It's just a stupid little skeleton on rope.
Yeah, and we'll get into that later. Right, okay. Lighting in this film, great for setting up certain moments of tension rather than the tension building throughout the film. Oil lamps flickering and blowing out. The fact the film's black and white is utilised really well with the shadows. You said earlier about the caretaker lady gliding past.
Yeah,
But when they first see her and she comes out of that shadow first and then backs in,
back in.
all that is the light is putting her in shadow. It's black and white, and with that contrast, you can use it really well, which they have done, to make people just come out of nowhere. Even when what's his name? The guy you don't like, the test pilot. Anyway, he comes out.
Lance.
Sorry, I don't even mean him. I mean Dr. Trent.
Dr. Trent.
He comes out after thinking that Frederick's dead. He just pops out of a little crevice in the wall, but it's so black.
Yeah.
You can't see. So that's brilliant for that. It's a good way of using black and white format.
Have you seen the colorized version of this?
No, I am one of those people who loves to watch things as it came out at the time.
Yeah, it's great. It's good.
Yeah.
You should watch the colorized version. It's very good.
I'll watch it. I would like to watch films as they came out at the cinema at the time, from like a historical viewpoint.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Right, go on. Let's put ourselves back into the 17th of February 1959 when this came out. We're in the cinema. What's it done for you? Tension and suspense. Are we giving it a star?
Yeah.
You giving it a star?
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I totally know what you mean about taking yourself back.
You've got to put yourself back.
Yeah.
I'm
never
when
going to
the
judge
time-
a film
Yeah.
from techniques that are used now to techniques that were used then. I'm going to techniques that were used then
Yeah.
and the innovations they had at the time.
Yeah.
If I may, the best area of tension where it starts to ramp it up a gear when everyone starts to suspect Frederick as the murderer.
Yeah.
And they're all slowly coming to that conclusion, and like Dr. Trent goes to the test pilot man's door and is like, I suspect we've come to the same conclusion. Oh yes, I suspect we have too. Yes, maybe we should discuss it somewhere secretly. Yes, maybe the living room where everybody knows and everywhere goes. Yes, that would be great. But that's a great moment where everyone starts coming to the conclusion. It's the third act, and it's the start of the third act. So, star.
Right. Let's go at gore and visual effects. So we've already mentioned Emergo. I think that's how you say it, Emergo, because the skeleton emerges out of the vat.
Yeah.
So it's Emergo.
Yeah.
Screams and chains and floating heads and shit. It's good.
Yeah.
Head in the suitcase. Nora finds that head in the suitcase.
Awesome.
That's quite good.
That's a good
Then
good
Lance
head.
Yeah, Lance is carrying it around for a bit. Well done.
So,
Well done, 1959.
yeah.
Good head.
1959 did have good head in, what was it? The trunk? What did you call it? A suitcase?
It was Nora's suitcase, yeah.
Yeah. I never had a head in a suitcase before, Jimmy. But there was a head in the wardrobe closet later on as well.
Yeah, and Lance grabs that and runs around with it.
Yep.
Tool.
But that was actually, even going back to judging for the time, it was really well made.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't know what you call it. Prosthetic head.
Yeah, prosthetics. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I like when Annabelle's ghost is up at Nora's window, and then the rope comes through the window.
Yep.
Sort of snaking around to her legs, and then just gets sucked back off.
Yeah. Good head. Good sucking off. This film's hitting
Yeah,
all the marks.
Hitting all the marks, yeah.
I do have one issue with that, though.
Okay.
If this was all just humans plotting against each other and nothing supernatural was actually happening, and Annabelle wasn't dead, so it wasn't her ghost,
Yeah.
how did she get out there and float towards the window?
Oh, it was a harness, wasn't it?
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. I don't know how
But
she's moving
the
the rope about.
Wrapping around the legs. The way I can wrap my head around it is thinking that we are seeing what Nora's, what's it called? What's she in?
What is she in?
She
Hysteria?
is hysteria. She's hysterical.
She's hysterical.
Her hysterical,
Yeah.
insane 1959 ladies can't handle stress type mind.
Yeah.
She's imagining it.
Yeah. You know they invented the dildo to as a cure for hysteria.
I have heard something along those lines that women used to go to the doctors to get off, basically, and that would release the hysteria.
Yeah, mental, innit? It's just dirty old pervert doctors, I think.
You know when they legalised cannabis?
Yep.
And suddenly a lot more people are reporting the symptoms of whatever it is you're allowed to get cannabis with.
Yeah.
Do you think at the time, lots of women suddenly came down with hysteria to go to the doctors to knock one out? Because if there was a condition
I don't think so,
and they're solving it, I'm going to got these issues, and the only way I can solve it is by going to the surgery and someone's going to fap you off.
I don't think so. I think it's just dirty old pervert doctors.
Pervert doctors.
Again.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. No, yeah, yours make more sense. But I bet you if there was something saying you could get fapped off by a nurse because you've got hysteria, so many men would have hysteria the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's hysterical. Pass me the dildo.
Yeah.
Christ. Anyway, fucking hell.
What a tangent.
Gore and visual effects. I've got something else to say about this, actually.
Yeah, I got a couple more.
Oh, go on.
That I was going to bring up because you won't, because you love the film so much. And it's not really just in the film, to be honest, but still, it's little things I noticed. And seeing as we are reviewing the film, we have to bring up some little points that might not be for its favour as well. So, the chandelier that falls on Nora
Yeah, at the start.
by falling about 20 foot to the left.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that far away. It was falling nowhere near her, which at the first time looking at it with this critical eye, I was like, that's ridiculous. But then I thought, you know what? If a chandelier's falling next to Jimmy, you don't think, hang on, the chandelier's there, Jimmy's there. It's not going to fall on him, so I'll just stand back. But yeah, make it a bit more real. And the blood dripping from the ceiling was great.
Yeah,
Apart
that
from the
was
stain
good.
on the ceiling was obviously a very dry ceiling with no dripping.
Probably just rusty water, really. Probably
Yeah,
not blood.
but
It's probably a toilet up there that needs plumbing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Plumber Jimmy's diagnosis there.
Yeah, sort your pipes out.
It's a small point, but ones I
That's what
wanted
she
to.
said.
If only. I'll take that as a compliment. Just acknowledging there's a point. Anyway, it's a small criticism, but We are reviewing these films. So I want to make them, and I'm done with going on visual effects. So over to you.
I like it when Annabelle's hanging, and then
She drank a lot night before, did she?
yeah, probably someone's a drinker in there, isn't they? Got to be.
Everyone's a drinker.
That's true.
As soon as someone says, "Do you want a drink?" I'll have whiskey on the rocks.
Oh yeah, I love a whiskey on the rocks.
Yeah. Do you want to pause? We'll sort us out.
And then yeah, when Nora sees it, and then she backs up against the wall, and then there's that really big, weird, hairy hand that comes around the.
Oh yeah. Isn't that the other caretaker?
I don't know. We don't see it. We just see a really big, hairy hand come around.
Okay.
Doing that.
There was a bit where the hand came round the mouth and said, "Come with
Yeah.
me before he kills you."
Oh no, not that bit. But anyway.
Yeah.
What are you saying for gore and visual effects?
This is a moment where it gets historical leniency
Yeah.
from me.
No, 59.
1959.
That was when it was released. It was filmed in 1958.
You think
but
about
still
what's
no.
going on in the world at that point. The effects are good for its time, mostly for the good head in the closet.
Suitcase, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it was in a closet as well. Yeah.
I'm giving it a star anyway.
Boom, star.
Yeah, so that's 2 out of 2.
Excellent. Now we move on to the performance.
Right, the bits that I loved. These scenes were just Frederick and Annabelle.
Yeah.
If there's moments in this film I had to pick out as where the best performance was done, it was those two together alone in a room doing what they do, because that was awesome.
Yeah, they were great.
And a fucking awesome chemistry together. They don't like each other,
No, they
hate each other.
They don't like each other at
but
all.
it's like there's still a chemistry there. I think they find each other sexually attractive.
Probably. I'm sure Vince put it about a bit. Man or woman, I'm sure he wasn't bothered.
I get that vibe, and fair play to him.
Exactly.
Take it where you can get it, that's my saying.
Oh.
They're good together, those two.
Yeah, I think some of the best bits that they done was when they were in the bedroom before the party.
Yep.
And Fred's like, I think I mentioned it before, he's like, do you remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
Oh, yes,
Something something you ate, the doctor said. Yes, arsenic on the rocks. You'd do it again if you thought you'd get away with it, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Don't stop, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, dear. My other one is...
We should remake this film.
Well, it'd be terrible.
I think we should maybe do a podcast audio version of House on Haunted. It's out of copyright. It's not copyrighted, this film. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. My other bit in the bedroom is when he goes, don't let the ghosts and ghouls disturb you, love. Darling! The only ghoul in the house is you. That's a cracking line. I love that.
Doesn't he say at some point, don't stay awake thinking of ways to do away with me, darling. It causes wrinkles.
Yes.
Such a legend.
Well, he's being quite rude to his wife, I think. I don't think we can condone that, can we?
She tried to
In
murder
modern-
him, mate.
That's true. We're in 1959. Don't complain about sex.
No one in this relationship is a good person.
Yeah.
Frederick says, the biggest mistake I ever made was marrying you. And she says, you didn't marry me, dear. I married you. And it was no mistake. She's after money.
Money.
Money!
She's right though. I quite like her. I think she's. I think she does a cracking job.
Well,
I like her as a character, Annabelle. I think she's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad she dies. Obviously, she's been a bit of a twat towards the end, but I think she's a bit money grabbing. Eccentric
just a bit.
millionaire knows what's going on.
Yeah.
After the money, innit?
But she's brilliant.
She's brilliant. Yeah, I think she's good.
My
Carol
honourable mention. He was out of running for Master and the Macabre because this is a Vincent Price film, but Alicia Cook Jr. Brilliant delivery of every single damn line.
Yeah, crack him.
You could quote every line he said throughout the whole film.
Yeah, crack him. Well done, boy.
So I give it a star for performance. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. It's campy, it's creepy. Yeah.
It's a review of my sex tape.
Oh, is that what? Oh,
You're just reading out the review of my
sorry,
sex
I
tape.
read.
there.
Yeah, I've read the wrong.
Yeah.
Read the wrong page. House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
Right.
Shouldn't have given that to you just before we started recording.
Okay. Hold on. House on Haunted Hill. Right. It's campy and it's creepy.
Oh,
There
what are
we
your
go.
chances? Sweet.
Right. We gave that a star, didn't we?
Yeah, performance.
Yeah,
and
you
star,
keeping
3 out
track
of
of
3.
these? Because we're very bad at keeping track of the stars.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm trying. 3 out of 3.
3 out of 3. Right. Okay. Musical score. Sound effects.
It has an amazing score.
It does. Yeah.
It has eerie wailing score using classical instruments. It has brilliant use of a piano in the score, playing erratic minor chords, adding a layer of atmosphere
Yeah.
to the already well-written score. So
Yeah.
score a lot there.
If you want a horror soundtrack, you got to play it in minor, ain't you?
Yeah, and erratically.
Of course.
It is a classic horror movie score. Almost could be a cliche. Like, if you got this on a CD and someone said, "What do you think this is?" you would say, "Classic horror movie score."
Yeah.
But it's brilliant.
Yes.
It's written brilliantly, so that's not a mark against it. Does it have a theremin?
A theremin.
Theremin.
I
theremin.
can't remember off the top of my head, but it's interesting that you say about what you just said.
Yeah. What is it word for word?
Yeah. So that the opening, I think it was called a scare trick.
Yes.
That it was with the screaming and all that stuff in a dark movie theater. It was so effective that it started the novelty of the haunting records. So those records you get at Halloween that come out and it's just the sound.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The woo, those
Yeah.
things. This was what inspired all of these Halloween novelty sound effect records to come out.
Nice.
Was the start of this film.
I might buy one of them. I might buy an early one to use at Halloween outside my house.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
It
Trick or
was
treat.
it was brand new though, wasn't it? Playing those sound effects through the speakers before the film even started. Having
Yes,
a black
in
screen.
a pitch black cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah. that
I'd
would be terrifying.
shit myself right now if we were in a cinema and that happened. If you're not expecting it.
Oh yeah, of course.
People weren't expecting it. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
It sounded like a theremin to me that was doing it.
Yeah, probably.
It
was.
worked really well. Whatever instrument it was that had that whole Star Trek type of.
Yeah.
But obviously not the Star Trek theme.
So the other cool bit when Nora walks in and sees the organ playing itself, and then a scream. I like that. That's also used in one of Headstone Horror's favourite bands, Calabrese. They use that at their intro for their song Midnight Spook Show. What are we giving it on a sound effect?
A star.
I'm giving it a star.
Yep.
Beautiful. Right. Let's get away from organs playing themselves.
Yep.
On to overall experience.
You want me to go? You go.
Go on, you go.
I'm not taking one away, not giving it one.
Okay.
I'm leaving it as it is.
Leaving it as 4. 4 out of 5. Is it 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 4? I still haven't got this.
Right. I don't think I have either. Right. So, we've given it a star for tension suspense, a star for visual effects,
Boom.
a star for performance,
Yeah.
a star for musical sound effects things. That's 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4.
Overall experience, you can give it 1 to make it 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I could give it 1, making it 6 out of 5. You can leave it as it is, leaving it 4 out of 4, so 4 out of 5. I can leave it as it is, leaving it 4 out of 5. Basically, you can award, or you can take a point away if it technically hits these, but you hated the bloody film.
Christ, do you know what? I'm just going to go in and give it a star for overall experience. Boom.
And I'm not adding a star, so it's 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
It's pretty simple once you've been through it a few times.
Yeah.
Probably. It's alright. It's my own system, so I'm sticking by it no matter what.
Boom.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Not the best score we can give ever, but
It's there.
I don't know. The
It's
6
the
out of
score.
5 club is going to be a really exclusive club.
Yes. Let us know what you thought of that film. If it was worth 5 out of 5.
Yeah, let us know what you thought about what we gave it, because we want to know. and we desperately need emails. We don't really. We can make shit up.
Yep.
Right. Next on the agenda for today is listener mail.
Listener mail.
So welcome to Listener Mail, where this week we're not reading out a listener mail we have received. We are answering one from last week that we've already fucked up. So we're putting that right this week instead of reading out a new one, alright? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm down with that. A couple of beers down last week. Maybe got a bit too much.
I think the issue was I got the email an hour before it went on there.
That's true, and you sprung it on me very quickly.
It was sprung on me as well, and then you made me
Enough
read
time.
them out, boy. So let's just shove that little tiff under the rug and move on with our live, shall we?
That's what she said.
So the email was, just to jog your memory, Dearest Joey and Jimi, what in your opinion classes a film as a horror film? Is it just in if the film dubs itself as a horror film, or are there particular criteria that you deem essential for it to be classed as a horror film that you would partake in? For examples, nudity. Best wishes, Sir Barnaby McChuffingsworth, Mayor of Little Pissington on the Wold, aka Andy P, because his signature at the bottom of the email is default Andy P.
No. I think the best horror is true to life.
Reality TV.
That is a horror in its own way, yes.
Okay, that's your whole answer, is it?
That is my full answer, yes. And
True
I
to
stand
life.
by that.
Well, I came up with a whole answer, wrote it nicely, asked Sammy, my wife, to check over it. She is a writer. And I was pretty happy with it, and then I was searching online and I found one way better. So I wasted my time because this is way more, well, it's not succinct, but it definitely hits the nail on the head. This is nicked from filmsite.org. But I just gave credit, so I think it's okay stealing it.
Yep.
Horror films are unsettling films designed to frighten and panic, cause dread and alarm, and to invoke our hidden worst fears, often in a terrifying, shocking finale.
Yeah, it's basically what I said. Right?
Yeah, I think that's what, at the end of the day, pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, there is no single explanation for a horror film, Mr. Chuffing McFadgeface.
Nah.
It's
It's a cornucopia.
yes, brilliant word to describe what it is I'm trying to say. I think of films like Alien could be classed as a horror film, but lots of people would just say it was sci-fi. It's interpretive. I would do Alien as an episode one day, no problem, if it came in as a request or anything. So, I mean, if someone came and just said Ferris Bueller's Day Out, I'd be like, no, fuck off, what you on about? But
Fucking great film, though.
yeah, it is, but it does not fit within our genre in any way.
It does not. But do you know what? Actually, I just had a thought.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of horror. It's kind of like a buffet, an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
You've all got different little bits. So there's a little bit of meat down there. There's a little bit of chili.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of salad there.
Yeah.
There's something else. It's like a little bit of cheese, sausage rolls down there. Do you know what I mean? It's all on one big table.
Yeah, I've been
And
to
it's
a
classed
buffet.
as a buffet.
Yeah.
Horror.
Yeah.
And then you've got your sci-fi. You've got your thrillers. You've got your mysteries. You've got your gore. You've got your fucking blaxploitation. You've got your sexploitation. You've got your fucking all this. Got a bit Jamie Oliver there, as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And it's a
There's-
big, long table of food,
Yeah.
horror,
Yeah.
films, and it's all there. And let's just get at it and have a little
Yeah,
eat
so
of
if
it.
you fancy a bit of horror that's not rare, it hasn't got the blood oozing out of it, you can go and pick it up.
Crisps at one
Take it.
end.
Yeah. Just the crisps. The breadsticks.
Yeah, there you go. It's a buffet. Horror
Is a buffet. Bang on. That is our official slogan. Horror is a buffet. Boom. You know what? I'm just going to leave a few seconds of silence to let that just sink in. You got it? Good. Because I'm about to plug our email address. It's the madhousepodcast@outlook.com. And if you want to send us your buffet of emails, I'm going to pick my favourite and swallow them. That come across wrong, Jimmy?
No, if you want to send over your cocktails, sausage film, let's do it.
I'll eat your breadsticks if you send them our way.
Yeah, a bit of cheese and pineapple on a stick. Go on. That's what I'm classing as slasher.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna
Right, I'll drink to that.
land on the next film choice, which is mine, but it's not really mine because this came in as a request.
So this is a bit of a special one, isn't it?
It is. I am going to read out the IMDb description, but you already know what it is because I told you it's a request. So this doesn't count on our tally
Scoreboard.
score.
Yeah, scoreboard.
So you know what it is, but I'm going to read out the IMDb and then say what it is to everyone. 'Cause this came in from Gaz Simmons, comment on YouTube video that we have. We put our stuff up on YouTube. I'm actually an episode behind at the moment, but I'll sort that out, Gaz, don't worry. So here's the description.
Cheers, boy.
After the family matriarch passes away, a grieving family is haunted by tragic and disturbing occurrences and begin to unravel dark secrets. That film is called
Hereditary.
Hereditary. Sure
Another
is.
ghosty one, is it?
Not seen it.
I've
I
not
have
seen it either.
heard blinding reviews since it came out in 2018. It's a contemporary film. I haven't had time to watch it. It's a long film. That's why I haven't had time to watch it, Jimmy.
Fuck, how long is it?
Over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours.
Let me check.
That's-
127 minutes.
Okay, that's going to be a shot
2
to the
hours, 7 minutes.
system because this one was 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Yep.
Cheers,
Cheers,
Gaz. Twat.
No, we love you.
I don't mean it.
He means it.
Right, Hereditary. Who's in that then?
Pardon?
Who's in that?
Let me have a look. It is...
Oh, it's Tony Collette.
Yes. Alex Wolff.
Gabriel Byrne as well, I think.
Yep. Millie Shapiro.
Of course, it's got a good cast
It
then.
has actually, yeah. I'm literally flicking through IMDb right now.
Don't give away our secrets.
Well, we don't usually flick through it live while we're
That's true.
recording. But
Anyway, that's going to be a good one.
yeah, I have heard so many good things about Hereditary that it's been on my list to watch for a while. Finally, an excuse to make myself sit and watch it.
So, there
That's
we
a
go.
long film. We're done, dude.
Yes!
That's another episode in the bag.
In the bag.
Thank you for listening to the Madhouse podcast once more. Please share and subscribe online so we can get as many viewers as possible. We can feel better about ourselves inside. Check us out on Facebook at the Madhouse Podcast. Check us out on Instagram at the Madhouse Podcast. Email us at the Madhouse Podcast at outlook.com and let us know what you think about our buffet of movies we've got out for you so far. And we will see you next time on the Madhouse Podcast. Yeah! Bye!
Pass me the dildo.